But it's so tough. Alright, yo, put the belly on the body, make the cards.
Hey, hey.
Woo!
Hey, hey. If anyone watches this recorded, they will not understand this, but I feel like deja vu. That's just for y'all. Okay, so by looking out here, I assume, I can only assume, I'm not trying, y'all look great. I'm assuming this is a over 40 crowd.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, well then since we're all over 40, we're grown folk, I can give you a little of what's on my chest, right? So, this is probably the only time we'll talk about this. It's this pandemic. It's crazy. This is the first time I've been out doing comedy since this stuff started. I did some parodies online and stuff, but look, if you have been vaccinated, great, good for you.
Woo!
If you plan to get vaccinated, great, good for you.
Woo!
If you have no intentions of getting vaccinated, great, good for you. Because guess what? It is a personal choice.
Okay.
It is. It's a personal damn choice. But here's the thing I'm going to ask. Here's a favor. Those of you who have been vaccinated, can you please quit sharing pictures of your goddamn vaccination card online?
Sorry.
It's not a diploma.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't pass the goddamn bar or something, It's like, Jesus Christ, keep your medical, business to yourself. I mean, I don't see men, posting pictures of their Viagra prescriptions.
They might want to.
I mean, y'all,
Advertisement.
maybe they should, right?
They should.
I'm fully erect. Yeah, okay, so listen, that's that. Let's move on. First I gotta give it up for the Gwynn factor. She I feel really privileged to be here. Seriously. She put all this together. This is amazing. She called me last Saturday. Gwynn is a beautiful, caring person. Y'all know that. She called me last Saturday and was like, "Hey, John, you got a few minutes to go over some details of the show?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm just cooking some eggs and grits." She immediately cut me off and was like, "John, I'm gonna let you go because you can't fuck up them grits." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Damn, she ain't even gonna eat these grits and she's worried about it." That's what you call love, no doubt. That's what you call love. Since Mother's Day is near, right around the corner, let's give it up to the mothers. Who we got in now? I'm sure and since y'all didn't become mothers by accident, well, some of you might have. We got to give it up to the motherfuckers, right? Because if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be no mothers. No lie. And so, a little bit about myself. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I go by Jonathan B. White because I be white. I'm not your average white guy, as you may notice, or I don't know. I'm straight. Okay, we got that. And I'm actually mixed.
With what?
No, seriously, I'm black from the waist down. Yeah. So look. I used to use that as a pickup line. And sometimes it worked, but most of the times it didn't. But when it did work, usually fell apart when I had to get naked. Seriously. That's about all the further it went. So again, I'm white. My pronouns are he, him, his, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. This stuff about these pronouns, people putting them in their signature blocks. And I'm like, God damn, I remember the first time someone asked me about my pronouns. I had to Google that shit. I was like, what do you mean, what are my pronouns are? The thing about it is, if you're in my inner circle, right, or if you're someone I truly love, I'll learn your pronouns. But if you're not, I ain't trying to remember that shit. I just ain't, Because the thing is, if it's that important to you, just correct me and I will adjust accordingly. I mean, it's simple. It's like, excuse me, sir. That's ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. It's that easy. It's just that easy, just correct me. So back to me real quick. So like I said, I'm white. I'm going to be 55 in June. So I am a Gemini, June the 11th.
June 8th.
Yes. June the 11th. Yes. So the thing is, the thing that's interesting about the fact that I'm 55 and I'm a white guy, I have never had sex with a white woman. According to Bill Clinton standards.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
I did not have relations with that woman.
But so since Mother's Day is like right around the corner, let's talk about mothers real quick. Mothers are probably the most amazing people on earth because they are the glue. They're the glue that keeps a family together. They really are. They're the general of the household, but at the same time, they're out there making money too. We got a vice president. We're moving up. That glass ceiling is disappearing, actually. But don't get a big head, please, because I got another favor. I got to talk to you about raising children. All right? So, when you're raising your children, can you please teach them the right terminology for their private parts? Girls have vaginas. Boys have penises. Girls don't have JJs, pocketbooks, poo-poos, and little boys don't have ding-a-lings, ting-tings, and tater tots. Hey, make sure you shake your tater tot, Bobby. So we just need to get, tell them what is real, because that's crazy. So that brings me to a very interesting story. If anyone's ever been involved in youth track and field, you understand where I'm coming from. When you're in youth track and field, you're literally with the coaches and the parents and the children all summer, every Saturday at a track meet, and you become family. So I was a coach, and this is years ago, because at the time, my daughter was running. She's 21 now. She was 7 then. So I'm getting ready to leave the tent and take her to the restroom because she had a race, and you always do that with the kids. And as I was leaving, Coach Tico, one of the female coaches, was like, "Hey, Coach John, can you take Lily with you?" Lily's her daughter. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." So we head off to the bathroom, and obviously it's all porta potties. And you don't want to send a little girl into a porta potty midday after a bunch of little kids been shitting and pissing everywhere. It's nasty. It's nasty. So we go and find one of the handicap porta potties, the big ones.
No.
And we go in. And my OCD kicks in, and I take the Lysol wipes, and I wipe everything down. I line the toilet seat with toilet paper and everything, and my daughter uses the restroom. After she finishes, I clean up again, and I said, "Okay, Lily, go ahead." Now, Lily's not my child, so I'm going to give her a little bit of privacy. So I kind of turned my back, and I said, "Lily, when you finish, let me know." And she goes, "Okay, Coach John." So about a minute later, she said, "Coach John, I'm finished." So I said, "Okay." I said, "Here's some clean toilet paper." And just out of habit, I said, "Make sure you wipe your vagina." And I could see her out of my peripheral. And the look on her face just something was wrong. And she was like,
You think?
"That's not what I call it."
Uh-oh.
Now she piqued my interest. I'm like, "Well, what do you call it?" And she was like, she sat there and she looked at and went, "Coochie." Lily was 5. So I died for like 2 seconds, came back to life, and then I immediately went and found Coach Tico and said, "We need to talk." So please, let's do this. So since we're talking about coochie, pussy, vagina, ladies, listen. Here's another thing that I need you to do me a favor on. If you're ever talking to a man about your pussy, right, and you're trying to hook this man, right, can you just quit regionalizing your pussy? Because guess what? There is no qualities or characteristics about a pussy just because you grew up in Atlanta. It's like if I put some of this ATL pussy on you, you ain't gonna know what to do. And I'm like, and I know some of you were like, probably thinking you have some PG County pussy. And I wouldn't know what to do with it. You know, it's like I'm not walking around saying I got some Fairfax County dick. You know, I mean, it's Jonathan Dick. It ain't Fairfax County. So, you know, so please, now here's the crazy thing about it. Here's the crazy thing about it. Think about it. If pussy did take on the characteristics of the place that, you know, the woman it's attached to grew up, I mean, then my first wife, who was from Texas, her pussy would have tasted like tacos and margaritas. But it didn't. And look, and if you met a woman from New England, you would expect is her pussy supposed to taste like clam chowder? Now,
That don't sound good.
nothing wrong with a hot bowl of clam chowder and some saltine crackers. But if you say pussy and clam in the same sentence, well, I'm gonna throw up. No lie. Now we got to think of it this way too. If it was true, and I can guarantee you this is a promise I'll make to you right now. If it was true, and pussy took on the qualities and characteristics of a woman, where a woman grew up, I'm trying to find me a woman from Niagara Falls. Because I want that wet. And I don't care about TLC talking about don't go chasing waterfalls. I'm chasing her ass with a bucket. No lie. No lie. But you got to remember, there's always a flip side. If that was true, you'll never catch my ass trying to talk to a woman who grew up near the Grand Canyon.
Right.
Or the Mojave Desert. Because you get down there, look up and you see some cactus and some dry, oh no, hell no. So thank goodness that is not true, you know. But, so here's the deal. Bottom line, it doesn't matter where you grew up. You know, your pussy is your pussy. Just keep it clean.
Thank you.
And use it in the right ways. That's all I can say. You know, that's all I can say. So look, I hope I got y'all warmed up for the main act.
Yeah.